Nick, I know a lot of people are here to see you and very excited that you're back, so I want to start with you. Look, Nick, I know you have kind of a love-hate relationship with Fight Week, but I do wonder how you feel right now, with the crowd in front of you, all the support that you're getting right now. Does this feel at least a moment that you can enjoy?
No, I feel good. I feel real good.
Thanks, Nick. And, we found out earlier this week it's going to be a middleweight fight instead of a welterweight fight. So I'm just curious, tactically, strategically, does that favor one person or the other? Do you think that changes this fight at all, the change in the weight class?
No, I think it just makes it a little smoother. Smoother ride.
Yep. Fair enough. And last thing, Nick, that I wanted to ask for you. As you sit here, is this something that you see, like, I want to keep doing this? I know you probably want to see how things go on Saturday and how you feel afterwards, but is this something you say, I can't wait for this to be over and never do it again? Or are you saying, no, I'm happy I'm back and, seeing this for the crowd, I want to do this more often?
Yeah. Well, definitely want to do this more often. Especially if I get my ass whooped. If I get my ass whooped, I'm going to come back right away. If I get my ass whooped, I come right back.
Thank you, Nick. Alex, I want to ask you, we talked to Brian yesterday, and he said, listen, if you guys weren't rivals, if you weren't fighting, he thinks you could be good acquaintances. So I'm curious, after this is over, do you think you can sit down and have a pint and be a good acquaintance, or is this going to go beyond this fight?
To be honest, I would have to be pretty drunk to get along with him, I think. I'll be honest again, obviously I'm known to be respectful, but, there's just things that annoy me, and that's that. So, everything, every word that comes out of his mouth annoys me now. So, yeah, probably not.
And Alex, to follow up, I know you're kind of looking still for respect as champ, right? I think people kind of doubt you sometimes. So, do you think winning this fight by any means, whether it be 5 rounds, you'll get that? Or do you feel like you got to go out there and finish this guy to maybe earn that respect as champion that you may be lacking right now?
Mate, I want to get that finish. We say that every time, but I'm doing what I can to get that finish. You know what I mean? Right now, winning's not enough. And then obviously doing the whole Ultimate Fighter with Ortega and making it a bit more personal. Obviously going out there and getting the finish would mean so much more. So that's definitely what I'm looking for. I'm going to be pushing, put that pace, crumble him, and get the finish.
Thank you, Alex. And Brian, I did want to ask you as well. Obviously this fight was supposed to take place earlier this year. You got to spend a lot of time around him, scouting him, getting to feel him out. I'm curious, did you learn anything from that time? Any weaknesses that you might be able to exploit or anything that you changed from then until now?
No, man, nothing's changed. From the beginning camp to the second camp, nothing's changed. All I got to see him a little bit longer than I wanted to, but that's about it.
Thanks, Brian.
All right, question for Nick Diaz. In the time you've been out of the octagon, your younger brother, Nate Diaz, he's turned into one of the biggest stars inside the UFC. As an older brother, how does that make you feel?
Proud. I tried to pave the way, set it up that way. I didn't expect to drag so hard. Coming back's been, it's been kind of a mission. But I've done all the work my whole life, so I've got some fights left, and I'm in pretty good shape. So
You look good. Question for the champ, Volkanovski. You started the Ultimate Fighter 0-4. After that, the tides changed. What kind of behavioral changes did you notice in Ortega to give you the confidence for Saturday evening?
Mate, I've seen a lot of changes. He was, when he's with his boys or when his confidence is up, he's up perking his chest and all that type of stuff. As soon as things went downhill for him, he was quiet. He didn't have much to say. So that's why I told him, keep that same energy. If things turn around, keep that same energy. He didn't. So that's it. But I see a lot of holes. I see, just from every time I spend time with him, I see weakness. Every time.
Nick Diaz, my question for you. Just one question is, since you last fought, your brother has become a star in the UFC, headlined a show at Madison Square Garden, has had many memorable fights. You've always been the general of the Nick Diaz army. Do you think he's kind of taken that position over now, and he's the head of the family and kind of the head of the fighting group?
Yeah, sure he has. I'm working on leveling up with him a little bit, as far as I gotta fight, and regardless, you know, win or lose, I got to fight, and then you know, I can you know, help the kids and get everybody training, you know, help train these guys.
Alex, you spent the Ultimate Fighter series next to Brian. I'm curious, what is the biggest thing you learned about him during that experience?
To be honest, well, obviously I'm professional, and I've said it all week. I'm professional and weakness, you know what I mean? That's and what upsets me the most is I'm professional. I put the hard yards in my whole life, especially in this career. That's how I got this belt. And you know, he half-asses it, turns up training late. You know, I mean, you name it. I just see weakness. You know, I'm professional. Obviously, shown weakness. Obviously, you know, a few years back, you know, popping for juicing. You know what I mean? Shit like that. That shit annoys me. It's not professional, and I ain't about that shit.
And I'm curious for you, Brian, what is the biggest thing you learned about Alex during the Ultimate Fighter?
Not much.
Do you agree that you're unprofessional, or do you think he's way off?
I don't know. I think I see life through a different lens, you know? Some people like to be told what to do. I kind of live on my own time. As long as I get the job done, right? That's what matters to me.
Mate, ever since I got told you popped, I had no idea. Ever since I got told, that's it. I'm done. That shit doesn't stay with me. I'm over that shit.
You've been done, right? Don't do shit about it, though.
T-City over here. Does it bother you that this man feels that you shouldn't even be in the octagon with you, that he thinks that you're not on his level? How much does that fire you up to get the job done on Saturday night?
I'm already here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to share the octagon with him, whether he likes it or not, whether he likes me or not. We're going to fucking fight.
Hey, he deserves to be here. He deserves to be here. I'll give him that.
You know?
But he ain't taking the belt. You don't deserve it.
We'll see about that.
Have you thought about, have you envisioned about getting your name called and hearing and new and being that guy from the hood to represent on this big level? How much of a dream would the reality would that become?
I envision it all the time, man. I envision all the time. Someone that came up like I did and had to go through the shit that I had to go through to get here and to keep working. I got my unprofessional ass over here, you know?
Thank you, boys. Appreciate it. Thank you, ladies. Face forward. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it.
See you soon. Give me that belt. Let's see. We step in the octagon. Hey? Hey, mate. Hey, I ain't scared of you. Mate, we're going in the cage. Don't worry about it. Hey? This whole in the elevator, the fight in the elevator, all that bullshit. We'll fight anywhere too. But the beauty of it, we get to fight Sunday. Hey? Nah, I saw her. I'll fight. I will, yeah. Hey, like I said, hey, mate, I didn't know about you popping. That shit don't sit well with me. You don't deserve to be here. Mate, you're a fucking drug cheat. That's it, done.
Thank you. Go ahead. Good work.
for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.